Hi guys, welcome back to London. This morning I'm in the East End of London. I'm headed to a market called Columbia Road Flower Market. You can tell if you're headed in the right direction because there are people walking in the opposite direction clutching bunches of flowers, cut flowers and plants. So let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to London. I'm in the East End at Columbia Road. It's a road here with a market each Sunday. The stars have aligned today. It's a nice day, it's sunny. It's a Sunday and I'm feeling fresh, which is unusual. Yeah, it's an early morning market. It starts probably 6 to 8 in the morning, starts winding up about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. And yeah, it's sunny, but it's by no means summer. It's not warm or hot by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm hoping to get a pot plant, something summery for the kitchen windowsill. I'm not sure what, I haven't really thought it through, but we'll take a good look around and see what's available. It's been a market here since the 1860s, but back then they first built a massive covered 400 stall indoor market, and to rival Spitalfields, I guess, Covent Garden, Billingsgate. Lasted about 20 years and eventually failed and shut, couldn't compete with them. So at some point it became the old market buildings were bulldozed. Street, I guess, somehow a street market blossomed. But yeah, it wasn't always a flower market. Historically, it was a full market. But today, renowned flower market, renowned worldwide. Behind all the market stalls, there's a row of old Victorian shops. So we've got sandwich bar back there, giftwares, booze. But yeah, there's the market in the street, and all these amazing little stores either side. Most of them are only open on Sundays when the market's open.
Get them on the front! Two bunches of fiver. I'll give you 5 bunches.
And what about
a bit of oil.
Columbia Road pottery there, selling pots for your flowers, plants. It's quite literally a hole in the wall here, serving coffee. Hot food, calamari and prawns.
Yes.
The pudding. Wait for the pudding, and they're gorgeous. They are lovely. They are gorgeous. There we go.
2
she treats you mean, if she treats you mean, baby, please don't come down to the road. You can't have me choose what power. Oh baby, please don't come.
You like Viola, don't wear it. I know, but enough now. I look for her. Thank you. More of that.
Royal Oak pub here. Pub on the ground floor, dining room upstairs, do a good Sunday lunch, and then in the courtyard behind the pub is the pub garden, pub courtyard. They do snacks and coffee, and there's a few other shops and whatnot out the back here. It's like a little village out here, so see if we can find a little snack, maybe some coffee. As you can see, it's a little bit less crazy than Columbia Road itself, a little oasis to take a break from the market. Jones is there, is a great little store. It was, at the turn of the 19th century, a dairy. It evolved into a grocery store and cafe. It's open Friday, Saturday and Sunday mornings for lunch. It sells food and drinks and coffee to eat in or to go from its cafe, and the produce side of the store basically sells the best they can find from artisan producers and farms further out east in relatively rural Essex. I'm going to get a coffee here from the cafe at the backyard of the Royal Oak pub. They're serving coffee from Climpson & Sons, roasters who roast not far from here in the Railway Arches in East London. They also have a cafe on Broadway Market, Climpson's that is, not the Royal Oak pub. And on the street market days, a stall in the market there. But yeah, this is a great spot to get some good coffee. Basically the yard, the back garden, if you like, of the Royal Oak pub. Okay, coffee in the yard at the back of the Royal Oak pub. Got a black Americano. It's pretty good. Now I've got a coffee. Try and find a pot plant. I want something summery. I'll see what they've got. Something summery, maybe something quite practical like a herb or something. See what's available. Fight the crowd. It's massive. Lily Vanilli Bakery there in this little courtyard off the main street. There's a few of these little courtyards full of I guess one place has got sort of architectural salvage antiques, gift shops, bakery right at the end, people outside enjoying cake and from the Lily Vanilli Bakery and coffee. Yeah. Right, let's get this pot plant. It's called Columbia Road Flower Market. There are a lot of cut flowers here. There's also pot plants and shrubs, all things horticultural. Things there, olive trees. So yeah, you can buy everything from a bunch of cut flowers to a tree.
Are you back? Can you see
Busy. What each side?
I think one of these little citrus plants might be pretty cool on the kitchen windowsill for the summer. Probably lose all this citrus by the time I get home though. Yeah, the £2 ones. Load of herbs here for cooking. That might be quite a good idea for the kitchen window. Say it gets busy is an understatement.
Come on, keep going. Hustle, hustle.
Thank you. And if you can see those, decides to go for a chili plant, paprika. Pretty summery chilies, quite big and green, so should look good on the windowsill.
It's not.
No plants, flowers, just big ones. Might even be able to eat them. It'll be pretty ornamental until I try. Thought I'd take another quick break from the hustle of Columbia Road. Out the back of the Royal Oak pub, next to S. Jones the Dairy, you've got the old printers and stationers shop. In there they serve coffee and food and drink. You've got a few other market stalls selling all sorts of little bits and pieces, and a couple of other food stalls here, bacon and egg rolls, breakfast rolls. Something else has caught my eye at the market, so I'm definitely heading back out there before we leave. And I also want to get some breakfast before I leave, but I think I'll get that from one of the stores actually on Columbia Road itself, either side of the flower stalls. There's usually street performers and buskers out here as well to keep you entertained while you're taking a break. There's a stall selling English lavender. It looks and smells incredible. They've got both fresh plants and dried lavender, both in bags to put in the wardrobe to stop moths, and in bunches. I'm going to get one of the bunches, I think.
Coins left now.
Okay, lovely, thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
350 a pot or 3 for a
Got a bunch of dried English lavender. And the lavender still freshen up the bog. Not that my shit stinks.
Yeah, fine. You can put that yeah, fine.
However long it takes you, that's what you've earned.
The reason I've got the dried one, apparently the smell lasts 10 years. I won't keep a fresh one alive that long. It's quite amusing to hear the market traders' sales patter at Columbia Road. Typical London market traders, I guess, often a little surly looking, the women and the men, raspy, gravelly London accents from bellowing out "5er for this" and "10er for that" all day long. But it's really the eloquence and their vocabulary they use here. It's very different to any other market because they're selling pretty little flowers. I heard one trader teasing a couple, telling them to stop arguing, no bickering in front of this stall. Why? Because his pansies are very sensitive. He did then point to the two lads working for him, roaring with laughter. I'm guessing they're his sons. Fast track pavements here, either side of the road, either side of the market. Access to the shops, but also the sort of fast track along the street. Just gridlock through there.
Got someone standing here, looks like lost dogs.
People, as that guy said, they look like lost dogs, standing there, staring at plants, staring at flowers. Decisions, picking what to buy. Haggling, which is a waste of time. These guys are pros at it. Yeah, if you come here early, they'll tell you get the best prices late, and if you're here late, they tell you the early bird catches the worm. It is pretty much good value for money though. I think it was I think it became renowned because it was originally a Saturday market. It switched to Sundays at some point, and they used to flog off the excess stock from Spitalfields and Covent Garden here on Sundays. So it was cheap. And I guess if something's cheap, good value, like I was going to use a flies analogy there, but let's go with bees to honey as we're in a flower market. Okay, before I leave Columbia Road, I want to get something to eat, some breakfast, and I'm going to get something from one of the stores along the side of Columbia Road. This place looks pretty good. Val's Sandwich Bar. They've got pastries, cream cakes, egg custard tarts and bagels. As we're in the East End of London, I think I'm going to get a bagel. I would imagine they're quite probably produced by one of the renowned bagel shops here in the East End on Brick Lane, especially as they've got rainbow bagels. Rainbow bagels. You can go for a plain bagel, smoked salmon cream cheese. Okay, smoked salmon cream cheese bagel. Drizzle of lemon juice and some black pepper from Val's Sandwich Bar, Columbia Road. Breakfast.
io non vedo niente per adesso, magari adesso vediamo.
It's really good. Cakes look delicious. I was tempted to go for the rainbow bagel. Kind of all the rage in a minute. They don't taste any different, it's just food colouring in the bagel mix. Bagels are a big thing here in East London. There was traditionally, well not traditionally, from about the late 1800s onwards, a big Jewish immigrant community. So, a lot of Jewish influence still here. The East End was always a place people wanted to get out of. People romantically reminisce about it. But up until recent decades, if you grew up in the East End, you wanted to do well. You didn't buy a bigger place in the East End. You got out, Essex and whatnot. So yeah, the community's always changed. Originally it was French, then late 18th French Huguenots. It was always a poor part of town, so it was cheap. You didn't want to be here. They had to be here. And yeah, originally French, then Jews. Persecuted from the late 1800s in Eastern Europe, then obviously up until World War II. And then after that, the Jewish community was largely replaced by Pakistanis and Bangladeshis after World War II. Hence Brick Lane and the delicious curries. But, yeah, constantly changing community. I'm going to tuck into this bagel. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Columbia Road Flower Market. Got myself a pot plant for the kitchen, chili plant, paprika chili, and some dried lavender for the bog, the toilet. Funny enough, they tell you it lasts 10 years. I have to buy a fresh bunch about every 6 months. Market traders. Right, thanks for watching. Toodles. In case you're wondering why people wanted to leave the East End for all those lovely little Victorian terraces and shops. It wasn't always like that, and it isn't like that today. The reality of living on these East London council estates, especially in recent decades, they're much better now, but yeah, until recently, quite high levels of gang crime, knife crime, and gun crime. Probably fueled by drugs. It's not all as pretty as Columbia Road and flower markets, but it's been gentrified. It's changing. The rich are moving back in, so a lot of the nicer parts of the city, and that has a knock-on effect to the whole thing. Obviously, people aren't happy about it because that means higher prices and people are forced out. But also, the reality of it is, it means the area is probably nicer than it's ever been since the 1700s, when this was the playground of the rich. Before 300 years of poverty, and that tide is turning, much to the dismay of some. But on the whole, it's probably better for the area. Okay, moment of truth. Let's see if the plants made it home okay. Lavender smells. I suppose that's the very reason I bought it. Okay, the lavender's made it intact. I'll stick it in the vase in a moment. success. Paprika pepper for the kitchen windowsill. Summary. Give it a water, hopefully it'll pick up a bit. Grow some more peppers. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Toodles.